Hi, everyone. My name is Sheena Crawford, and I am the creator of the Wholistic Health Program. And today we're going to go over the overview of the program, and we're going to review how the program is structured and completed, and the concepts that the program was built on. So the program structure, it's divided into a physical health component, a mental health component, and an optional spiritual health component. The program includes 10 exercises. There are 10 spiritual health exercises that expands on the physical and mental health exercises from a Christian or biblical perspective. And these all run concurrently. So if someone is completing just the physical and mental and they choose not to complete the spiritual health, they will complete the 10 exercises for the physical and mental health components. If someone is completing the spiritual health component as well, they will complete those 10 exercises at the same time. The program is designed to be flexible for individualization or personalization in various environments. So, healthcare facilities, homeless shelters, church small groups, it's designed where it can be flexible for different types of people and different types of cultures. Now, the program schedule. It's recommended for 4 weeks. The first week is the program overview. Now, the second week can include the assessment and then exercises 1, 2, and 3. The third week will include exercises 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the fourth week will include exercises 8, 9, 10, and then they will follow up with the assessment again. Now, the reason why this is recommended for 4 weeks is because this is the time frame that was shown during the pilot to be the most effective. It was tested at 3 weeks, it was tested at 1 week, it was tested at 10 weeks, so someone could complete it one exercise every single week. And all of those were effective, but this was the most effective. So you can use it in your own programs, especially if you're a health facility, for the time frame and duration that's needed. Different people have different lengths of stay, and certain programs may have different lengths of stay. So you can make it flexible for the person. Again, it's designed to be personalized and individualized, but this is one of the recommendations for the program schedule. Now, the physical health component. There's one physical health exercise, and that includes instructions on completing a 21-day physical detox. This detox is basically a natural detox where we use our body's natural systems. But if you are in a healthcare facility and they have other detoxification programs, you can use it in conjunction with that under a physician or nurse guidance. Now, this requires a minimum of removing toxins that could be as simple as processed sugars like cookies and cakes. It also encourages the removal of alcohol, tobacco, and heavily processed foods. But again, there is a training for each exercise. So the physical health or detoxification exercise goes into more details on that. Ideally, for the physical health component or the detox, there will be removal of any meats or dairy, and we will focus on a plant-based diet. And that would include leafy vegetables, colorful fruits, nuts, legumes, and things like that. That allows all of the organs that are designed to detox, like the liver and the kidneys, to be able to have a break. And that way we can focus on other aspects of this program. That is ideal, but again, there is the minimum of just unhealthy, processed, toxic food and toxic other lifestyle choices. Now, it's recommended that participants speak to their physician prior to completing the detoxification, but encouragement of removing known toxins is highly encouraged. Now, for the mental health component. There are 9 mental health exercises, and they target trauma, emotional regulation, establishing healthy boundaries, eliminating stressors, and replacing negative coping mechanisms with positive coping mechanisms. This is also completed in 21 days, and it's in tandem or at the same time as a physical health component. It's intended to be revisited and reinforced over a longer period of time as needed, or until the desired behavior is adopted. Now, for the spiritual health component, there are 10 spiritual health exercises that target fasting, forgiveness, overcoming fear, etc. And this is completed in 21 days, again, in tandem or at the same time as a physical and mental health component. It's intended to be revisited as well, and it is optional. Now, about the scientific aspects of this program. The brain was thought to be fixed, but growing research shows the brain changes and can continue growing. So the Holistic Health Program uses neuroplasticity cognitive training, cognitive behavior therapy, and behavior redirection techniques, specifically repetition, to build neural pathways for habits. It encourages healthy relationships, improved health, and an increased quality of life. Now let's look at neurons. Our brain is an elaborate network of electrical neurons. These neurons are stimulated every time we experience anything through our senses. So touch, sight, taste, smell, hearing. And there's a psychologist that describes this process very well. So I'll quote her here. The messages that travel the same pathway in the brain over and over began to transmit faster and faster. So she's explaining that when the brain cells communicate frequently, the connection between them strengthens. So when we have a certain behavior, the message of that behavior travels along the pathway of those neurons. And when it travels over and over again, it strengthens more and more. So with this program, some behaviors we want to eliminate or decrease. And so we're trying to redirect the behavior so it does not pass over that pathway as frequently. And therefore, instead of strengthening it, it weakens it. Now, behavior redirection. One of the things you'll hear me say frequently throughout this program is to rewire, neurons must fire. We rewire our brain through repeated thoughts, words, and actions. Through repetition, neural pathways are stimulated and strengthened, and habits are formed. So, as I said before, as we can weaken a neural pathway, we can also strengthen a neural pathway. So, as we start building new habits, that's how we are able to change those behavior, change those outcomes, change our circumstances. So, forming new habits. Research shows that new habits take varying lengths of time to become automatic. In a study of 192 adults, participants' habits became automatic between 4 days and 335 days. That's nearly a year. The median was about 59 days, which is about 3 months. So it's not just about habit, it's also about desire. We have to want to change. So let's look at the readiness to change. Although individuals at stage 2 may benefit from the holistic health program, it may be most effective for individuals that are at stage 3 through 6. Because as you can see here, stage 2 is just contemplating, it's just thinking about the change. But at stage 3, that's when the person is really preparing to change. That's when they're really ripe and really ready for the holistic health program. Now, if they're thinking about it, they may just need the next step. They may need help identifying what can help them. And so this holistic health program may still be beneficial for them. One of the things that I do like to encourage is sticking with the readiness to change because we want to make sure people have effective and positive, impactful outcomes from this program. If they're at stage 1 and they're not ready to change and they're not interested in changing, or they're at stage 2 and they're just thinking about it, but they're really genuinely not ready, at some point, hopefully, they will be ready. but we definitely want to catch them stage 3 through stage 6 because that's when the program is going to be most effective. Now let's look at the brain a little bit. We have a frontal lobe. Our frontal lobe processes our will, reasoning, and judgment. We also have a limbic system. The limbic system, which includes the amygdala and hippocampus, it processes our emotions and memory. Now, the program's objective. Oftentimes, we allow our limbic system, the one that's more emotional, to overpower our frontal lobe, the one that's more reasonable. The Holistic Health Program includes those 10 exercises that are completed within 21 days to help us take charge of our limbic system and rely more on our frontal lobe. So during the program, we reinforce a foundation that develops a healthy mind, body, spirit, and relationships. And ultimately, we want to improve our quality of life. So, the next steps is to complete the program. If you are an individual completing this program, then you would just move right into exercise 1. If you are a facility looking at this and you're wondering, do I want to use this program for my facility? I would encourage you to go to our website to look at the facilitator's guide, and that will give you even more information on how to facilitate this program. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.